We maybe begin life as a whole ecosystem, and over time there's tears or there's gaps and our energy begins to pour out. We're leaking vital energy, and that is essential energy to continue to be the host or the holder of a refined ecosystem. Welcome to the Embodied Woman podcast with me, Rebecca Wilson. An embodied experiential space for you to drop deep into the wealth of wisdom within your being and activate a fuller, richer you. I am a feminine awakener, thought leader, embodied business doula, sacred business midwife, healer, and all-round medicine woman. I am here to guide women deeper into their essence and power, to activate their life force, awaken pleasure, and support them to live an embodied life. I will help you birth your visions, dreams, creations, desires, and sacred business into the world from an easeful, embodied, and rooted place within. My work supports women to become more available for life, love, relationship, connection, creation, pleasure, and wealth. I will activate you into self-leadership and self-mastery to truly live an embodied and awakened life. Welcome on the journey, my love. Hello, my love. Welcome back to the Embodied Woman podcast. Today, we are talking about minerals and feminine vitality, the crucial connection between minerals and female health. On the journey of re-establishing or reconnecting to our well-being and vitality, we can often overlook or not be aware of the interconnectedness and interwoven aspects of the roles that minerals play in maintaining our vitality and energy. Minerals are essential micronutrients that play a vital role in numerous physiological processes within our bodies. When it comes to women's health and wellness, minerals take on an even more significant role due to their impact on our hormonal balance, bone health, and various other bodily functions such as lymphatic system, womb health, fertility, and our cycles. The importance of minerals on female health expands beyond the physical body and into the interconnectedness of web of life and consciousness that exists within us on a cellular level. Often not understood or not known, minerals are the spark plugs of life. They are responsible for the energy production within our bodies and our cells. Throughout life, minerals become depleted and therefore lacking within our body and our energy system because of a multitude of varying reasons. Life stresses, illnesses, toxic overload, pharmaceuticals, the contraceptive pill, pregnancy, postpartum, breastfeeding, stresses, traumas, and just those things that happen in life. All the good, the bad, the ups and downs, and everything in between can have an effect on our mineral status and therefore deplete us unknowingly from our ability to create energy on a cellular level. Within our feminine vitality and feminine energy system, I find it so incredibly interesting how the minerals in which were bioavailable for our mother and the level of fullness or depletion that she was experiencing throughout her time of our conception, gestation, and birth has a direct impact on our own individual mineral levels. Minerals are the inheritance passed down through the cellular system of our family system, and most deeply, the matriarchal lineage. Each mother passes on her cellular inheritance through her placenta to her baby in her womb. This is the birthplace and sacred ground in which each human receives these sparks of life and cellular energy that go on to form them, feed them, and create their cellular existence. Minerals are a sacred web of life-giving nutrient for female health. They contribute to a wide range of bodily functions that impact our well-being, our feminine vitality, our cycles, our fertile expression, and our fullness and radiance, how available we are for life, and how much energy we have to experience life. From bone strength to hormonal balance and immune support, minerals play a pivotal role in maintaining our vitality throughout our lifetime. Varying experiences can affect that, impact it, and deplete us. And therefore, I believe it is vital for us to have a greater understanding of how to replenish and restore the energy of our body and our cells, so that we are truly living in our vitality and radiance and full of energy. We can do this by ensuring we have a balanced diet, particularly focusing on a nutrient-rich diet, which includes a variety of mineral-rich food. This can support us to optimize our health, particularly when we are embracing some of life's challenges, and we can cultivate and grow that vitality and strength within us. So we are better able to manage the fullness or the stresses of life. When a woman's body is mineralized, she becomes an ecosystem that is nourished. A system that is well mineralized is a system that is rooted in connection to the spark of life. It is a body and a system that is rooted in connection to the source well of vitality and energy that is available to all humans on a cellular level. Often through life, we become depleted of our energy on a cellular level, and this is where the manifestation of aches and pains and certain diagnoses begin to arrive into our lives and our health and well-being. Within this, there is a depletion on a mineral level or an energy depletion on a cellular level from the body. We can begin to support our body, our feminine health, fertility, and vitality through the remineralization or the re-energizing of our bodies and cells, so that we are able to become a body and a feminine system that is rooted and grounded and anchored. It is energized and has the capacity for all of life's experiences. A mineralized woman's body, a feminine system that is mineralized, is a system that is malleable, flexible, movable, strong, steady, and also has the capacity to hold nuance within their consciousness, thoughts, feelings, and life experiences. Because there is balance within, there can be balance externally too. Often, when we see a body and a system that is minerally depleted, it can manifest in patterns of push, pull, avoidance, pursuing, distancing, separation, a lack of steadiness or safety within the body or the own being. Here can manifest patterns of codependency, anxious attachment, avoidant patterns. We operate or we exist in these extremes of life. extreme thoughts, extreme emotions, often bouncing from one extreme to the other in its polarity. The more mineralized a body or a woman or a system becomes, the more balanced and centered it is able to be, and therefore more sturdy, and has a greater capacity for the nuance of life rather than the this, that, left, right, good, bad. We can coexist in the middle, holding all potentials, all possibilities in our own consciousness. Upon my own journey of exploring the depletions within my own body, I explored how the stresses of life, pain and trauma that I have been through, and the many narratives that I've carried from that had caused deficits and deficiencies and depletions within my own body. I explored this through a hair mineral test. And from that, I chose to then study with the root cause protocol and be able to support other people along this journey, because it was that impactful and profound for me. The shifts that I found were so real and so palpable, and it just awoken this deep desire within me to learn more. It began to make total sense that when we experience stress or trauma or painful experiences, however we label them or word them, they all have a very similar impact on our body. They deplete us of our vital energy. They deplete our nervous system. They deplete our emotional system, and then they deplete our mineral system. And if we are not aware of this, which I wasn't, then we don't know that we have a journey then of restoring, rebalancing, and remineralizing our system from these experiences, these stresses that we've had. And life continues to move on, and life on this planet as a human is stressful. Even the most magical moments of life can be stressful. Moving house into a bigger, more beautiful home brings its own level of stress. Becoming pregnant, giving birth to your baby and nurturing your baby, deeply stressful for the body, although joyful and absolutely magical too. Raising children, massively stressful on your system, but one of the most rewarding things we can do. Being a woman in creativity, creation, leadership has levels of stress upon us, especially when leading communities and creating through your own business, but deeply fulfilling also. So we can see how there's many experiences in life that deplete us, they take from us. And if we do not restore that vital energy, it gets lost. And over time, we become more and more malnourished or undernourished and lacking the fullness of our energy and vitality. Many of the depletions that we experience become energy drains in our body. Imagine that these experiences that we have cause leakages within. We maybe begin life as a whole ecosystem, and over time there's tears or there's gaps, and our energy begins to pour out. We're leaking vital energy, and that is essential energy to continue to be the host or the holder of a refined ecosystem. Our body then begins to adapt patterns and strategy to compensate for the energy loss. Certain parts or processes within our body begin to try and do others in order to balance or manage. And therefore, we become a little bit disorganized or in some level of cellular chaos within our body. As I begin to unravel this, it became so illuminating for me. I cannot express that enough. And it really opened my eyes that it was time to walk a path of deeply renourishing my body and my feminine vitality. This was a journey of stepping into a lifestyle where I was making choices to nourish and nurture my body. nutrient-dense food, remineralizing my body and my system, feminine practices to support my physical body, the processes of my lymph and detoxification, and also honoring my nervous system's need for rest. Often, when we are depleted of energy on a cellular level, we don't have the capacity to necessarily restore ourselves, especially in the way in which we would like to. Because I know upon my own journey and also the journeys that I've been guiding other women along, we want to be better yesterday. We want to feel more full and more radiant 2 weeks ago, and we want it all to be done now. This is this urgency culture in which we live in and this instant gratification. But we have to think back. If we have been depleting ourselves of our vital energy over long periods of time, we must take a gentle and steady and sustainable route back into energetic fullness and vibrancy. But when we do allow ourselves that journey, this steady, easeful step towards regaining our fullness, we begin to deepen our capacity to hold the lasting changes in our body. Often when our system is in deficit or cellular chaos, we will often arrive into our healing from that energy, all in, head first, pushing through in that state of urgency, in a state of survival, and we don't give time and space for the gentle and the slow, sometimes, integrations that are required and needed. But when we do, when we have enough nuance in our body or enough capacity to take a gentler and steadier approach, the changes that happen within us are deeper rooted and longer lasting, because finally our body begins to experience a feeling of safety. Our nervous system can relax, and our emotional body and self is able to hold the repatterning that is happening with us on a mental, emotional, physical, and cellular level. What I noticed through this journey of remineralizing and restoring my feminine vital energy is that a few of the stories and beliefs that I had been working through for a significant amount of time within my healing journey, narratives and stories that would constantly or cyclically find their way back. They would re-emerge from the dark depths, and I would think, oh, this story again. Here we are. Same old, same old. What I recognized and I've discovered to be true for myself is that I did not have enough cellular energy to deeply integrate those deeper, older, heavier, or more kind of held onto wounds. But as I began to re-nourish and nurture and mineralize my body and therefore have a greater cellular energy, I noticed how much more easeful it has been for me to close these loops of patternings and some very old narratives which have been born from deep wounds and traumas have completed in their cycle. I've been able to put down layers of armor and let go of the beliefs that have been born from the traumas of my life and begin to open up to seeing it as a new way. There's a new way and a new possibility for me. The journey of restoring the vital energy, our feminine system through mineralization, nutrient-dense food, nurturing our bodies, taking good care of ourselves, is a journey of cultivating the ground within ourselves, within our bodies, and creating an environment that is fertile, a fertile soil that is able to grow the newness of the healing and the repatterning that we so desire to manifest and create. Along the journey, I also noticed how I began to mobilize old hurts and aches and pains that had been held within my body and nervous system. This is a bringing back of life or motion and movement into the body after periods of shutdown through denial or rejection, abandonment, disassociation, avoidance, or fight, flight, freeze, form. And therefore, we are offered an opportunity to bring motion back into all of these parts of us that have been locked into dysregulation. As we bring energy back in from a cellular level, we are able to unravel and unhook and unfreeze these once frozen or tightly wound parts of our nervous system that were always on that search for perpetual recognition of the world isn't safe, or I'm always abandoned, or nobody loves me. We can all fit in our own belief system in that. Remineralizing the body, awakening and supporting the feminine vitality and feminine energy allows us to deepen into the expression of life and life force that is alive within us. When a woman begins to bring life back into her body, she brings motion back in. Those once frozen rivers of energy or feminine vitality begin to thaw out and dissolve and flow freely once again. We're able to release parts of ourselves that have been locked in dysregulated expressions, the parts of ourselves that have been hooked into reactivity, reaction, unable to respond to life in the present moment. Motion and movement edit that bit out. Motion and movement are the expression of life. When a woman returns back into this fluid motion in her body through embodiment, somatic practices, breathing, remineralization, and re-nourishing herself, she not only begins to move herself on this physical level, but also deeply on an energetic, emotional, spiritual, and cellular level. She brings life back into the parts that were often exiled into the darkness, shut down or frozen because they were not accepted or welcome, or they were completely denied. And through this process, she begins to bring motion and movement back into those energy pathways within. This is where old memories that have been bound to the body, cellular blockages or somatic tensions, can begin to unravel and awaken, to move out of the system, deep from the core of her being, and create and cultivate more spaciousness within her body. This is where the restoration of feminine vitality truly happens. It is in the restoring of the softening and the spaciousness within the body, where a woman is able to truly relax into her own being because she feels deeply safe and held by her body and herself. This is what I have witnessed within my own body and my own system, and what I have had the honor of witnessing within some one-to-one containers with women that have been exploring this journey with me. It is not only a journey of renourishing and remineralizing the system, it becomes a journey where we reconnect to the interconnectedness of life, of cellular consciousness, and explore what it truly means to be living, breathing, and present in this moment, at home and alive within our bodies, full of vitality and energy, and for whatever we desire to use that vitality towards or for, it is available to us. Our radiance returns as we are deeply restored back into our feminine essence. And this is the journey that I am so excited and honored to guide the women who step into the Embodied Woman group mentorship with me this year. This is an intimate group mentorship for women that are yearning and longing for that restoration of their body on every single level, We'll be exploring embodiment, somatic awareness, awakening womb, feminine vitality, remineralization. You'll receive a hair mineral reading to be able to support your own unique requirements to re-energize the ecosystem of your body so that you have the energy and the vitality on a cellular level to experience the fullness of your life, so that you have a cellular inheritance to pass on to your children, and also have the energy for all that you wish to create in business, in leadership, in relationship, in motherhood, in womanhood, and life. If your body is calling you on this journey, then I am here to guide you. I've popped the link of the mentorship in the show notes. Please do scroll on down, click the link, have a read all about it. If it's speaking to you, you can book a connection call with me and we can explore if this is the space for you at this time. So I look forward to hearing from you, my love. And if you are curious, book a connection call and let's chat. But for now, have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If you loved this musing and sharing, I would love for you to share this episode far and wide. You can arrive into all of my offerings at rebecca-wilson.com. Links to dive deeper with me are in the episode notes. Remember, my love, you are here to be the fullest, most potent, powerful, embodied version of you. I am here to guide you into that. Hey love, I'm dropping in here to welcome you to join us in our online community membership, The Village. I created this space for women to gather, to return to themselves, to deepen the connection and the relationship with self, whilst held in a community of like-minded women walking the journey and the path of their own awakening.